It's Daybreak edition. You have midweek here, and education is the fulcrum of the nation's development, the foundation upon which every other sector is built. But what happens when the foundation is faulty? Now, the House of Representatives sat in plenary on Tuesday decried the falling standard of education in Nigeria and asked that the federal government should allocate more funds to this sector. Dr. Kade is still very much around here. Now, the House of Representatives call for a greater or more allocation of funds to the education sector. Is that the actual problem, or is it the approach to the implementations on the sector?
Well, the first question I will first of all throw to National Assembly is that the funds that have been given in the past, what have they been able to use it for? One. Two, on what basis are they asking? On what basis? I know what I'm saying. And I want viewers to also follow my trend properly, because I don't want us to jump anyhow. Now, on what basis are they asking for that fund? What are the parameters that they have put together for them to have arrived at that conclusion? I think you understand. Why am I asking these questions? Before now, Nigeria was always having national development plans for 5 years. We have the first one, we have the second national development plan, we have the third, we have the fourth. I'm not sure we have the fifth. I'm not sure. And from history, if you go back to history, you will see series of infrastructural facilities that came up and how funds were being allocated. Some of those outcomes of such development plans are: this our international airport, this our seaport, railway, some roads, and so many other things like that. Even education, to the extent that we were having UNESCO even using our own plans, our own standard, to form their own national plans at that time. Where are we today? Is it all about allocation of funds, or a disposition of resources? How have you been disposing these resources? What plans do you have? Let me tell you this. I was discussing with a friend of mine, very close friend of mine, who just moved to the US. I know his children very well. Each time I'm with them in the area, I wouldn't mention so that people he has just been given a professorship though, and I said I will. He said I shouldn't yet say, you know. And I said, could you believe these your children, what they do now? The first child is a girl. She's now in high school. Okay? In her biology, she has started talking and dealing with DNA. Here.
That's a positive one.
Biology here, up to your SSA, whatever, they'll be asking you to be drawing grasshopper and be drawing cockroach. That you don't need. Be drawing butterfly. Okay. Be drawing this and all that.
What you're talking about, the picture you're painting is not in Nigeria.
No.
Okay.
I say in America.
Okay.
The second child is a boy, small boy, who is still in primary school. You know what this guy been doing now? He is now in a robotic class. I don't know whether you understand. Robotic class. I said, now you will be able to understand how some of those his toys works. He said, all those toys, no, is now into advanced. I don't know whether you understand. What if those people are now asking for more funding? We know where that money is going. Where is our own money going here? Where? The one that have been allocated, have they been able to even give research, whatever, to even university lecturers?
So you will attribute this to corruption too?
My pocket, lining of their pockets. Lining of even the money allocated to them. I was reading the news earlier this week, and one of them was talking about how much they receive for constituency allowances. I was now wondering, for God's sake, what have they been using this money for?
Now, as of 2020, Nigeria sits at the 124th position in world education and 25th position in Africa. Why Ghana, who is more like actually a sister country,
it's not sister, junior,
104th position. It wasn't like that. You mentioned that UNESCO used to use our accorded curriculum to. Now, some of the things are attributed to the poor state of education in Nigeria, according to the statement on the news, ranging from decline in the last decade, from influx of illegal institutions, unqualified teachers, poor funding, overcrowding, declining infrastructure in schools. So, if you think they're asking for more money to be allocated, the other thing is to make sure all of those things are put in place, just so at least the structure itself, it's a standard. Who
is causing all these problems you enumerated now? Who are the people causing? Is this you or me? There was a story, I think last year or upper. A rector of a polytechnic in Oyo State claims to be a PhD holder, but this guy does not even having a signed BSc. So who made that kind of a person director of a polytechnic? Is it you or me? Is it not them? It's them. Who is making all those classes to be overcrowded? Who? It's because over the years, our leaders have become so self-centered that they just look at it, how can we ensure these followers, the followership we have, how do we maintain it? And they decide to go the Sterling way. The Sterling way, whereby all you need to do is impoverish your followers in terms of money, in terms of food, in terms of education, in terms of housing, in terms of anything that can make them a normal human being. Get them impoverished, and they keep on following you. And they look at it, okay, yes, let's go ahead. And that is why you see them floating private universities. And then you see them going abroad and then ensuring that their own children are trained abroad. There is one guy, a friend to one former head of state, who was giving a blog. Used our own money, over $400 million, to buy a stool in a university in America, because 2 of his children went to that school. It was in the news. I can mention his name. The guy is an Hausa man. He's from the north. It was in the news everywhere. And such people, what has happened to them? Nothing. You still see Nigerians following them. Why? Because they are putting crumbles on the table for them. I was on one platform yesterday that I was joking with those. I said, if you are not careful on this particular show today, I want to collect bribe from you, except, or else I will say some things you don't want me to say. They say, no, that's what your head had rejected in the past. God will not allow your head to take it now. So why can't we escape from all these little things? And then say, yes, I want to be hungry for the next 3 years so that I won't be hungry for 10, 20 years to come. When I was growing up, one of our brothers on the street only said something. You have to stand up. I mean, you have to stand for stand to be able to stand. You have to stand for stand to be able to stand. You know, not until when we do that, we just be talking, and then be rolling.
Now, to what extent has the system of education in Nigeria affected the standard of education? Take, for instance, the priority given to paper qualification as against technical education.
Yeah. It's beyond that. It's even beyond that. Let us also look at the priority given to education, and then the priority given to some other social activities. In the social arena, don't let me mention so that some people will not say I'm trying to bastardize their program. Look at one particular program. When you are watching it, what they do there is what? Married woman doing all sort of rubbish. Live television. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, they will give such people 90 million, 120 million. Okay? But you see somebody coming up with first class electrical electronics.
10,000.
10,000. You are too magnanimous. 10,000 naira. They will sign a check. The check will be as big as this. What will be on it? Maybe 500 naira. Do you understand? So with that, look at it. Look at it. There's a song that says, "Any tomo way, lomo way. If you not get money, hide your face." Do you get? So the way we have allowed our standard to move in those days. You want to say, but I may do koko katobama were. But these days it's not Obama where, but I only do. In fact, you won't even get the but to wear. Do you get?
So that's an interpretation because some people
when you read very well, you will have good shoes to wear during Christmas. Your parents will give you very nice apparel. But these days, no. It is when you can fight, or when you can give somebody stab with bottles and all that, then you make money.
Now let's look at the northern Nigeria. The way it's been just been abducted.
No more value system. I'm sorry. No more value system. It's heart aching. Go and look at small children outside. They don't even want to go to school. They prefer to be on the streets.
Now that brings me back to my question. The northern Nigeria, the abduction of students. Northern Nigeria is more like a zone or a region where we don't have so much children going to school, and the little go to school
because they don't want them to go.
Okay, now the Boko Haram, Western education is haram. It started there, and then now we have abductions which we don't even understand why. So even the people who are the little ones trying to go to school, the minority, they are abducted. I don't think insecurity is one of the problems.
They are using that insecurity to scare them. Yes, I can say it anywhere, and I will support it. Listen, during the reign of His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, he came out with all those Amajiri schools. Yes or no? So many of them, and you see people going to school. But then their feudal system there, their leadership there, okay, they now see, oh, if these guys are well educated, they will be as rebellious. They will use that word, as rebellious as those children from the south. You know, those of us from the south were educated, we come out with Tobole and all that, and they wouldn't want them. So by the time they're now using their Boko Haram to harass them from school, to abduct them, to do this, to do that, what do you think will happen? They won't want nobody wants his or her child to be abducted. So whether you like it or not, they will now leave school. And then the ones that are now planning to go to school will not go to school. You do understand? It is a way of harassing them out of school so that they can continue to perpetuate their hegemony upon them. No doubt about that. There is, do you understand? But there there it is more of scaring those guys out of school. What happened to what is his name? The former governor of Central Bank, Sanusi Lamido. Look at the way he was promoting education. And they said, oh boy, you are going against what we believe in. All right? It was one of those reasons why he was removed. And he has been warning them, one day, this thing that you are doing will explode on your head, which will also happen one day. But then, the South should be very careful to guide against it by ensuring there is level playing ground politically. We don't put morons into areas of governance.
All right. Now, just to round off, because of want of time,
we can create time.
Not today.
The House of Reps are asking for more funds to be allocated to education. Are you in support or against it?
The thing is this: no doubt about it. Education needs funding, but what are the plans you have on ground to spend this money on? We want to see those plans.
Thank you
very much, Dr. Dayo Kayode. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I think that was just it was really an insightful interview there. So we've been speaking with Dr. Dayo Kayode, a political technocrat, and in clear words, what he's trying to say, what we are agitating for, is the fact that there's need for accountability, transparency in every sector of the government, education, every single health and what have you. We'll take a very short break now. When we come back, we'll go right into the social media buzz, a lighter segment to lighten up your day. We'll be right back.